Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to Pink Capricorn Tarot. It's your girl, Angiana. Oh, wait. I have my AirPod in still. Anyway, welcome to Pink Capricorn Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards and see who wants to come through for this message. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? I have a bunch of decks that I use pretty frequently, but I'm switching it up. I'm trying to use some of the ones that get a little bit more neglected. So we're gonna go. This one I think is called Phantom Wise Tarot. She's black and white. Let's see who wants to come through, shall we? I hope you're doing well. I hope this Neptune retrograde in Aries is treating you well. Hope the Mercury retrograde in Cancer is treating you well. Mercury goes direct later this month. Don't you worry, all right? We have a Nine of Wands. So we're starting off the message already on a note that is acknowledging that there's been some type of battle. There's been some type of battle or burden. There's been some type of challenge here. Now let's just see what exactly does this challenge represent here. Seven of Cups. And we also have the Hermit. So this could represent like what happens to a dream deferred, what happens when you don't get to do something, or what happens when something ends up becoming so bad that you start disassociating. Okay, what's going on here? So be mindful of disassociating. We're going to get some of my lifestyle cards just to see kind of like how could someone's lifestyle be being impacted by this energy. Yeah, and Seven of Pentacles. So there's a lot of waiting and wanting and wondering. When will my life begin? Okay, let's keep going. Page of Pentacles. Someone could be kind of lollygagging, or someone could be kind of just like finding peace or finding quiet and isolation. Someone's been through a lot and they've learned. They've really alchemized their experiences, and it's not that they're like a Buddhist, or someone could be a Buddhist or someone could be a monk, but it's almost like someone's like, it's not that I don't want for anything, it's just I have so little expectations, or kind of what I'm really focusing on is turning my dreams into reality. And so I don't know if someone has the energy to expend into others. What's this Page of Pentacles got going on? What's going on with this Page of Pentacles? All right, we have a Queen of Pentacles. So there could be some layer of maturity or some level of maturity here. Especially with this feels like Virgo could be relevant. Like you really needed to nurture something, or something really needed to be kind of nurtured and taken care of. Ten of Pentacles is here at the bottom of the deck. This doesn't feel like a dream deferred necessarily. This feels like a, you kind of have to do what you have to do. And things may not work out the way you want them to, but there's definitely an element of like, you figured it out, you'll figure it out. Now let's just get a layer deeper. Let's see specifically, what area of a person's life might be impacted by this. Are we talking family? This seems like there's some personal development going on here. There's some creation going on here. So there could be some tension with how someone is trying to manifest something into existence, or someone could just be reevaluating their desires or goals. So I could see there's some shadow work in creation, trying to create from a place of shadow work. What area of a person's life is most being impacted by this energy? Some self-reflection, I would say. Okay. Yep, self-reflection and shadow work. So there's definitely some type of internal, because I almost want to say there's a card in this deck that's the Two of Pentacles, and I think it just shows this little character right here on the ball. I don't know why I feel like this is something where it's like, This feels like something that's been building for a while. When you're talking about shadow work and self-reflection, this feels like something that's been building for a while. Let's go a layer deeper. Let's get a couple more. Because this feels like someone's been doing a lot. They've been having a lot of time to think or a lot of time to reflect. And that's good because it's helped them achieve a level of mental clarity. So this could be your sign to just take some time to focus on things for yourself. Spirituality and self-reflection, I told you. This Hermit card is all about that. This Hermit card is all about that. Taking the time that you need to just reflect, to just pause, just to ponder. Let's try to get one more. Mindfulness and family. And self-reflection and oneself. So this really just feels like a personal transformation that's coming through, because I did do a reading before and it was talking about the dark night of the soul. So could be something where it's like this dark night of the soul, or this moment where you're doing shadow work, you're reflecting, you're thinking about these things. You could be thinking about like, what does it mean for you to be secure and successful? Because 7 can also talk about like exploration. So I wonder if you just need to kind of like meet yourself halfway about something. Is there a self-love prompt to help guide this message? Or one just that maybe the viewer, the listener, the collective may need to think about? What makes you a good friend? I feel like someone could always be available when someone calls them. Someone could always be available when someone calls them. But there could be something where someone needs others. And it could be difficult for them to reach people. Another card that just came out, if the universe could answer any one question you had, what would you ask? That could be a question for you. Question for you to ponder. The other piece of this that's got my mind wandering is like, what happened with the 9 of Wands? What happened with the 9 of Wands? What happened with this 9 of Wands? We have River Woman. I feel like you have a story to tell. You could definitely have a story to tell. Again, I could be talking to someone who's they carry the emotional burden for sure. Like they're the person that people lean on, for example, or something could be significant about that. What's healing this? What would be a way to heal this energy? Because I do sense that there's like a need for healing. Okay, I don't know, I'm stumbling. What would help heal this? River Woman can talk about like you being in touch with your own nature, you being in touch with your own self. But this also just feels like, again, I don't know, you've been thinking about, why is that? Why am I so in touch with myself? Or why am I so good at this? Embracing your beautiful soul. You could be embracing yourself. Number 23, number 36 could be relevant. Being truly myself is the biggest gift I can offer myself and others. I embrace my beautiful soul and show it to the world. This is beautiful. Let's go ahead and I want to see what's in the stars for the collective. What is in the stars? The message feels really dynamic. I hope you like it. I hope it makes sense. I hope you're rocking with the vibe. What's in the stars for the collective of this? Lord, Chiron, when you coming home. This card has been haunting me in all the readings. It's Chiron in Taurus now. And so has this card. This card has been haunting me in the readings. So perspective, healing. And this is adding some perspective to your shadow work. So really, this is a message about Chiron. Chiron is taking over the message. Chiron said, you've been neglecting me. You've been mentioning every motherfucking planet, every motherfucking transit but me. And they're right. They're totally right. So this card says, rolling out carpet over the mud. Sometimes old wounds become forgotten, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Roll back the carpet and delve into the muck. Only by doing so can you heal and move forward. And this is almost like gaining perspective on a circumstance or understanding something from a different perspective. And so, yeah, that makes me feel like someone's just reaching maturity, or they're reaching a level of understanding. What else do we have in the context? Yep, look, key. There's a key, and that's literally the same symbol as Chiron. Chiron, when you coming home. And then you also have freedom, collaboration, and adventure. Something's about to work out for someone. Someone's about to put some things in motion, or someone's about to allow somebody to fly free. I just saw relationships. Someone's about to allow someone to fly free. It's going to shake things up for sure, for certain. But it's a good thing, okay? I feel like someone deserves a chance to grow and to evolve and to heal. And I do get the sense that whatever someone's dealing with, it's almost like, what was the purpose, right? I'm looking at these cards, and one of them is asking, if the universe could answer any one question you had, what would you ask? And it's almost like, what was the purpose of me going through a situation or a circumstance? I was talking to my brother, and we were talking a little bit about this. It's random time separately, and that maybe is relevant for this perspective. Like, maybe you needed to be the generational curse breaker so that you could heal and you can continue to grow. But there's definitely a sense here of like, you need this duality. You need to be able to do both. To acknowledge the mud, but also to say, remember how we got over that though, right? Like, remember that moment. So someone could be asking someone to remember something. Let me see. Let me get some more tarot just with the last couple, sand granules we have in here. Clarify this Nine of Wands, please. This wound that we have more perspective on, that we have more understanding about the lovers. I mean, I'm doing a bunch of messages and they're happening, in different days and stuff. But some of this is just all the same. We have the Nine of Cups. Lord, we have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Two of Swords. So this is giving like, you'll understand why Five of Swords, it didn't work out with everybody else soon. Empress. Someone could have really meditated. So this message could be about love. Someone could have been meditating, or someone could be asking the universe, like, who is my soulmate, or who is my person? And you could be finding through this journey who your person is, because you've been healing these different bits and pieces. I was just going to say the Seven of Pentacles actually makes a lot of sense. And what's crazy is underneath that, it's the Seven of Swords. And underneath that, you have the Hermit. And underneath that, you have the Seven of Wands. So you have 777 quite literally throughout this message to just affirm that it's almost like, what was the purpose? Why did I go through these things? Why did I have to deal with people who had me waiting and wondering and not really understanding? You could have really been asking yourself those questions. It was all for the bigger purpose, to build you to be the person that you are today. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you are meant to find this divine balance between your feminine and your masculine. between what it is that you need and what it is that you want. And I think this is also being able to understand what you will or will not accept. But even if you've healed, I do feel like you're finding duality in that as well. It's not that you're not toxic. It's just like you're able to have fun. You're able to give a little. You're able to, again, do things for the plot is almost what I want to say. But this definitely could be doing things for the plot in terms of romance. That definitely came out at the end. I love how we really didn't talk about love, but I was going to say these 7/7s feel like, especially if you're trying to decide new goals, new dreams, new things after getting over a hurdle, your body, your brain, your mind, everything's going to be getting out of fight or flight mode. Everything's going to be, you're going to be really in this page phase for sure, where you're trying to figure out, like, I just need the bare minimal. You know what I mean? But I would say, as you continue to heal, you can maybe look back and be like, wow, I've healed so much that I looked up and I accomplished everything I needed to accomplish. Because you do have the 7 of Cups, but then you also have the 9 of Cups here with this deck. So it's like you do have a lot of fulfillment throughout your life in different places. But yeah, I do feel like you could be in a phase where you're drawing the line or you're creating a boundary because you don't want to go back to a place where you remember the 9 of Wands. And this could even be your moment where you're just like, I have to let things be different. And I would say definitely look into Chiron. Chiron. Look into this because I feel like this has been coming out in the readings quite a bit. And so that could be relevant for you in your period of life. All right, but thank you so much for listening, watching, supporting Pink Capricorn Tarot. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.